Crypto market, as we talked, is starting to get live. But again, remember, this is money changing hands. Money changing hands. We are still at $1.1 trillion, and you are literally observing some of these tokens taking off. We had the call here talking about SHIB and the possible run as it is breaking through this line. And what happened? That just went parabolic. Same, you're looking for different assets, different opportunities, and then the market reacts. So if you are in the market and you're looking through this opportunity, don't actually miss these calls. Now, one of the stuff I would like to say is look at the macro scenario. How is things evolving? It's not only in one country and one side of the economy. It's like every different edges look the same. It does not actually look good. But at that time, if you as an individual is seeing this opportunity, we literally talked about this, saying, okay, we are going to drop, and most likely the altcoins are going to give you some room to run. And right now we are actually observing that run up in the alts. You will see a lot of volatility within those run ups. If you take a little bit step back and you're looking for your targets, now you know what to look for, right? This was your measured move. You went up, done. Now you understand, if you're a short-term guy, that's what you're looking for. Fine. And if you're a medium-term guy, you're like, okay, I don't care about this volatility. I'm in this asset at least for another month or two. Now you are looking for what happened in the past. One thing to understand in any different asset which you are in is what is kind of that maximum to minimum kind of level of daily movement. If we are looking at all this, it kind of gives you an edge. The parabolic run here, which was 40% a day. Average is around 15 to 16% a day. So right now you're reaching close to that level. Now the next question becomes like, okay, does the market agree on what you are saying? Now we are going to look at the market, and it's like it was like around $220 million earlier today. Now it's close to 600. Wow, that means doubled. So a lot more money is coming into this asset right now. So as you are in the market, as you are looking at crypto, and if you are waiting for other people suggesting you a bear market, that may mislead you from all these opportunities. Yes, we agree that we are here for XRP. Yes, 100% we are looking through that asset to know what it is showing. Right, we are waiting inside this asset. So if you are not looking for the assets, that's just noise for you. But if you're waiting patiently because the SEC has just hammered you, now you can also take this as an opportunity. While the market does this for BTC, you're going to see the altcoins run up. A lot of different altcoins in the market right now is showing you that opportunity, right? One by one, it's actually starting to bounce. When you are looking at all of those, you kind of get the understanding like now, this is a stable coin. Leave that. Other than that, when you're here in the market, it is a ton of opportunity. It's like massive assets showing you that they are starting to burst. Now, yes, we would like to see XRP do the same. We would actually like to look at XRP in different ways and ask that same question, like what it is going to do, right? What's the possibility? And if it's actually breaking this range, what should I look for, right? We are going to discuss through all this today. Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where the normal retail guys learn how to become the next top 10% of this world. You have opportunities around you, just you have to look at them, and you should get the right information at the right time so that you can act on it. Then discipline and patience. This is going to be important because not all assets will break higher and grind higher at the same time. Some of them run so fast, some of them are really slow. So you need to understand XRP is a large cap coin. Right now, it does actually show you a bull flag. And if you zoom in, you again see another bull flag, which is even short-term micro view within that. And you had this before, you broke higher. So right now you are getting this pattern in a lot of different assets and you're breaking higher. So the market is doing something. Now, are we getting volume? That's one of the biggest questions. For XRP, this is not big volume. I can say that. What we want to see is at least $3, $4, $5 billion, at least about $2 billion. Right now it's 800 million. That's not what we usually see when XRP is actually bursting through. So you do have resistance. One is this one. And then as we know, the trend line macro resistance comes all along and it is acting as a tough resistance for the time being. Because that's one of the reasons why we are not breaking higher. We do have short-term resistance, which is the micro bull flag. Then we do have medium-term resistance. But then again, we also have the macro resistance. All of them at one point. So if the price is able to do a small pump, for XRP, that's going to be big. That's going to be massive because we are breaking through historical trend line. That now opens a window for XRP to actually run higher like crazy. Because if you remember in old days when we were doing these bullish moves, that's when you actually measure what it actually do on a day. 40%. Remember what we measured in SHIB on a daily move? It was 40% day on the macro day when it's super bullish. Similar, XRP used to do these kind of thing again and again. You do 30-40% day every now and then when you were in that bull rally mode. This was like 50% day. Remember, so you have an asset which is one of the best asset, and when it runs way better than the meme coins. But the problem is you need ultimate patience to be in this asset and to get these ROI when it actually runs hard. That is the hardest part. If you remember, what we talked about here is discipline and patience. And when you're being manipulated in such a way, it's going to be really hard because the market actually gives you a lot of different stories, right? I was actually looking at a tweet from Crypto Airy and I was like, yeah, that's 100% true. Like, people are literally giving you the thought process of what they are doing and how they are doing and all. It is fine. But what we need as a community here is to learn and educate ourselves, not just run for these hype. If they want to make money, it's completely fine. They're putting that layout out. If you want to fall for that, it's up to you. But we are here as a community and we've been here from a long time. And if you stay true to yourself, now the question is like, okay, you don't want this hype. What you want is the reality, right? That is where you are looking at what the price action is showing you, what the market is showing you. Fine. So we do know that we have signals from the market that we can run higher. But now being frank, what are we looking at? We are zooming out to a macro level and looking at this saying like, okay, the RSI is still here. We don't have the strength required to push us through. That's one fact, right? Because when we go into all these assets which are running crazy right now, one of the important factor which we have to keep in mind is before they actually pumped, 2, 3, 4 days before, they were already showing you signals, as I explained in the last video, that they are going to run higher because they have higher strength from buying power. The buyers are becoming strong. So you're looking for a big resistance, a big pump, right? And that's what's happening in the market. You actually see these assets taking off. So if you are here in the market and you are looking at XRP, yes, the RSI is not showing us that it is going to run higher. Now, what about the MACD? MACD is saying like, yeah, usually when I reach the positive zone, I bring in more momentum. So that's one of the bullish thing which I personally see in XRP, meaning here, whenever you enter into this territory, when you are in a positive zone in the MACD, you bring volume. That's one of the biggest things I've seen while being in XRP from 2017. So if you note that, yes, it's completely true for XRP. When you enter this range, look at this area, which kind of gives you even better clarity here. Put that cross here and take it towards the price. As soon as you entered the positive territory, you started getting momentum. Before that, you were literally doing 3, 5, 6% days. And what happened afterwards? Once you cross that level, now you're accelerating in like 3, 4 days, 3, 4 candles, you're actually reaching 50% move, which is actually a big deal considering XRP, the SEC case, everything which is happening there, right? We were bursting through that. Remember, here the SEC case came in. And after that, when we were going up, we were literally doing like 80, 90% day. That's 3-day candle, so my mistake. 80, 90% in just 3 days, which was actually a huge deal. Now, you can actually go to all these other assets which are in the same market, say XLM. You can actually look at both of these indicators. And I would personally say like, okay, for XLM, the RSI is kind of at that area where it is trying to break higher. It's a little bit better than XRP right now. At least the RSI is showing you that. And then look at H bar. It's also in the same market. It's kind of doing something similar. What does the RSI suggest to you? Now, when you see a macro run up coming here in H bar, don't be surprised because the RSI is already pointing you towards this direction, which is close to the all-time highs. So remember, when you observe that the market is turning bullish, you will still get people calling for bear market. Agreed, everyone will have different opinions, but the final judgment has to be made by you. It's your money, it's your thought process, it's your portfolio. But you have to understand what's happening in the market, and if you think that is valid and you're following historical facts, now it's your decision to take action. And those actions should be based on well-educated guesses. This is probability. You don't really know what's going to happen, but historically, this is what we expect after the breakout, which actually means for this particular asset, it shows you that it can still run higher. And now zoom out. What are you looking at? That's a macro reversal. And that macro reversal came in from this particular pattern. We've been discussing through this. We've traded this. We went through the first run up. We are focusing on the next run up. We know what our targets are, where we will exit. So if you go in with 10x, 50x, 100x leverage, that's going to be super risky in a market where, this is the volatility. It can come back, kick you out from the market and then go hit the target. We had this happen today in AGIX, which is, we were trading that, and in between the rally, you literally had this drop, right? So if you are looking at that, the price has dropped from like 0.22 all the way back to 0.214. So looking at the profit margins, you will be confused. I missed that. That narrative will always be there. When you see the price running hard and reaching the average per day biggest upper limit, then yeah, fine, take your profits. Once you do that, now you know where you stand in that asset. If you are getting a gigantic candle which matches up historical moves, it's fine, take profits, stay back. Even if it's running harder, it's fine. Your trade is done, you step back. You don't have to overtrade in this market. Believe me, every week you are going to see a lot of these coins bursting. You just observe what the market is doing. You just look for the volume. If you observe that volume is increasing substantially and the pattern is showing you bulls are here, don't just neglect it. It is going to be useful for you. Believe me, it is going to be useful for you. You taking time and having the right information at the right time is going to be huge. Because we had this earlier today in the morning. Say that was like 8:50 a.m. And then by 12:48, same day, we are like, okay, this is what happened earlier. We went in. This is ultra short term. We are exiting. So this happens every now and then. There is a lot of different breakouts happening in the market right now. So if you know the target and when that target is hitting, if you get the right information, like, okay, this is the target, we're hitting that, you are literally taking profits. Fine. So whenever you are in the market, if you like to get these kind of information because you are interested and you are serious about this bull run, which is going to be next 3 to 4, 5 months, you want to take benefit of that, then you can look at the Patreon. The link is given in the description below where you get all this. You can literally go back last 2 weeks, last 3 weeks, to find opportunities because there are still assets which are just breaking higher because they are large cap assets, because they are medium cap assets, and they are breaking from a macro pattern, which gives you an opportunity for next couple of months. Even if you don't want to trade on a daily, weekly basis, you get calls which are staying for months. If you have patience, that's going to be one of the best steps. Say some of those who actually don't want to trade on a regular basis, this will fall in that category. Say we opened this last year, so it took like 3 months to reach 70%, right? We opened this way back last year. It took so long to get 70%. But yeah, we had the FTX drama, a lot of bankruptcies in the crypto space, and a lot of that. But these are like, you are reducing your risk as much as possible and still trying to maximize your gain. Yeah, risk and reward goes hand in hand, but if you know how to position yourself, this happens. You're not going through all this volatility, jumping in and jumping out. You stand out, watch the noise, take your target and profit. That's it. So if that's your interest, then it makes sense to join the team here, the SI family. Otherwise, literally you'll get a lot of other people in the market trying to sell you different things. Here, yes, we love XRP. Yes, we know the fundamental of that asset. But right now, if we are not joining that party, until that time, understand and follow the market so that we know where we stand with that asset. But don't miss out on that 20,000 assets which is running higher. In that 20,000, maybe 200 will have proper liquidity. So keeping your eye focused on those 200 and taking at least those 20 trades which is beneficial for you will make sense. Just 50 to 100% in 20 trades is actually going to balloon your trading part of the portfolio, which will now pour in new profits if you want to buy more XRP. So different people have different targets and different goals. Make sure you know what you really want. Because when the bull market comes in and the prices are varying like this, you're going through massive volatility. If you don't know what you really want, you will lose discipline. You will not have patience to go through this cycle. So keep your mind focused, educate yourself, and stay true to yourself during this bull market, because there's going to be a lot of manipulation coming as you go higher. There will be a lot of different people giving you different opinions. But at the end of the day, you need to collect all of those. Take a decision for yourself, because it's you who's acting in your best interest. We can only try to give the research which we have done and what we think is correct, right? So guys, if you received value for your time, please do hit that like and subscribe button. I'll meet you guys on the next video. Bye for now.